Hey, this is Red Band coming to you live from the world famous comedy store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 4. Here's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome. How are you guys? Hello. Happy Monday to you. Welcome to the #1 live comedy podcast in the world, Kill Tony. Hey, it's Brian Redband, everybody. Come on.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Who it is. Master of sound effects and other crazy shit. Poop. Butts. Ryan J. Ebeldhouse, artist, is here. He has a blank sheet of paper in front of him, and he's going to draw tonight's episode for you. All of his prints are available at ryanjebelt.com, including the Kill Tony poster, everybody, hanging for the first time tonight. Just hanging out. It's also on my living room wall, so you could be a badass like me and get the official Kill Tony poster, get it framed like a goddamn adult, put it on your wall. Jamie Vernon's back there on the HD camera. Young Jamie. Got a cool new T-shirt out.
Yeah.
Laney and Jerry are here, House Muppets.
Yeah.
Ever since the show started 3.5 years ago, they've been fucking coming. My mom, my dad, they're never here. Laney and Jerry, always here. They never get enough credit. Fang Chow watching us tonight, keeping us safe. Kill Tony legend, Fang Chow. All right, so let's just get into it, shall we?
Yeah, let's get that band out.
Oh, shit, I'm in Australia the end of October, and Boston, October 8th at the Wilbur Theater. Now that I got that out of the way, let's start the show, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Bring up the band? What do you think?
Sure, let's do it.
I'm always excited. The band, I never know what they're going to do. It's always a different thing that they throw together in between time of being out and in. And here we are, this week's version, my favorite band in the world, the Kill Tony Band. It's Reagan and Watkins and Joel Jimenez. Oh, shit. I think I know what's going on here. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Oh, it is Trump and Hillary, and Joel Jimenez appears to be the wall.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Trump, you really did get a Mexican to build the wall. That's very impressive. Oh, there's Josh Martin out of nowhere. Guess who's opening up for me at the Wilbur Theater October 8th in Boston? It's Josh Martin, everybody.
Oh, nice.
Reagan and Watkins, or should I say, I believe this is our second appearance ever of the great Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Put your hands together for one of the future presidents of the United States of America. Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and the wall.
You know what, Tony? That mic doesn't work. You know what, Tony?
Yeah.
You know, I heard LA Podfest was underwhelming.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
So, me, Donald Trump, ready to make Kill Tony great again.
Wow. Wow. What is Hillary? Hillary, what do you have to say about all this?
Thank you. I just have one thing to say.
Oh, spot on Hillary, by the way.
I think that Donald Trump promotes xenophobia. Why does Donald Trump have so much fear of Xena Warrior Princess?
Oh, my God. I
want to know.
Swear to God,
Wow.
I knew somehow the second you said xenophobia that it was going to be a Xena Warrior Princess joke.
Tony,
Go ahead.
I knew she was a bad politician. I didn't know she was a bad comedian.
Wow. You know it's the real Trump and Hillary when he's taking shots. Let me ask you guys this. You guys had a big debate tonight. How'd you guys feel about it?
I owned it.
Hillary?
I kicked his ass.
Wow. Oh, very good. Let me ask you guys a debate question, if you don't mind. I know this is improvised right now.
I swept the floor with his bare, sweaty ass.
All right, Hillary. I'm going to have to cut you off. Go ahead. Donald, do you want a rebuttal there?
Hillary really just showing her true colors here. Not fit to run for president even. What has she been doing with ISIS? I mean, she's been going after it for a long time. I'm going to deliver the results.
How are you going to do that?
I'm going to kill all of them.
Donald Trump with a rim shot afterwards might be the perfect candidate for president. Let me ask you guys one debate question, and Donald, you can answer first. Donald, what is your favorite part of the Kill Tony podcast? And let me ask you more specifically, how do you feel about the band Reagan and Watkins?
The band I'm not that big of a fan of myself, but I am a fan of Vanessa Johnston. She reminds me of Ivanka. And if she wasn't my daughter, I would date her.
Hillary, what's your response to that?
I wasn't listening to what he said.
You guys ready to start the fucking show or what? Here we go. It's happening right now. Tonight's guests, as always, I always deliver two of the funniest human beings in the world. Here we go again. Put your hands together for the great Mike Lawrence and Willie Hunter. Roast Battle champion, Comedy Central roast writer, member of the Wave of Roast Battle, creator of The Carmichael Show. So many great credits amongst them. One of my favorites being that they're two of my funniest pals.
Now, I'm not usually a fan of black people, but I love Willie Hunter.
Whoa, Jesus, you're really on it tonight, Brian. Mike, if you want to scoot down a little bit, you guys can scoot down. Willie's wearing shorts. I feel like we're really invading whoever gets pulled up here out of the buckets. Your balls are basically halfway out.
Yeah, I know.
Willie.
I didn't know.
You want to get behind the table a little bit? Scoot down, Mike.
I just love that Reagan as Hillary just looks like Rod Stewart. Just normal Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
Think I got something to say to you.
Hey. Do a much better Rod Stewart than a Hillary Clinton, I'll tell you that.
That's what I've been telling America all along.
That Hillary should run for Rod Stewart?
Absolutely, not president.
When you see Hillary like that, you're like, now I know why Bill cheated on her.
It still hurts.
Yeah.
Donald, you never say much about the whole Bill Clinton thing. You're not on the record or anything. Say whatever you want. Let it rip here once on a live podcast.
You know, I appreciate a man in power who can get a beach in his office. That's all I have to say about that.
I would just love, like, in character, he just beats the shit out of a Mexican audience member halfway through the show.
Get ready for the second act.
Well, I'm glad Trump and Hillary are here. How you guys doing? Willie, Mike, life good?
Life's
excited?
Yeah,
Is the drummer dressed as Gary Johnson?
He's
All
the
right,
wall.
you fucking idiots. That was a good fucking
That was a
joke.
good one.
All right.
There, he's the wall.
They
Read
just
some
couldn't see
newspapers.
him. They couldn't see him.
Oh.
That was it. Can my mic get turned up a little bit? I don't want to
Whoa.
yell.
Uh-oh.
Trump's controlling the sound.
Yes, yeah. There we
There
go.
you
Thank
go.
you. That's a lot better.
I love it. So you guys have done this show before. You know what you're in for. Audience,
yeah.
you guys know what you're in for? I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. If you don't, let me put it to you this way. About 40 or 50 comedians signed up before the show on a bunch of little pieces of paper. Some not comedians. Some are just completely insane people.
Or as I like to call them, Hillary supporters.
Some of them are really funny comedians that come from all different places. Comedians, you guys know how it works. You get 60 seconds. You know your time's up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Aw, come on, kitty. You could be a little bit louder than that. That's so
Whoa.
retarded. All right,
Jesus.
wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. All right.
What?
Was that someone just starting a lawnmower? Or what the fuck was that?
Sounded like a...
There you
boy,
go.
that was a bear right there.
There it is. So you guys ready to start the show or what? You guys ready to do this shit? Mike Lawrence, Willie Hunter, Donald Trump, and Hillary Clinton. And the wall. Don't forget about the wall. Very important. All right.
Oh, I'm doing some
The
Obama.
non-committal wall.
Ooh. I like the sound of this. How about Antonio Panate? El Tocho.
El Tocho!
Is that who I think it is?
Yeah.
Where's Josh at?
You know what? Tony, unfortunately, I regret to announce that I deported El Tocho right before the show.
It's my boy Jeremiah Watkins.
Boom.
I want to see if Pinate was filled with candy.
Anybody have eyes on Josh Martin? Yeah, can you go get him? That'd be great. So let me tell you guys something cool. This is awesome. It's the El Tocho that I thought it was, and that is he works the actual fryers here at the Comedy Store, like the actual like sliders and
The only Friars
French
Club
fries.
he'll ever be a part
He-
of.
He really doesn't speak good English at all, and he dabbles in stand-up, but I am really excited to see what he's going to do here tonight because he always has a lot of energy. He's a positive guy. He's worked here for a few years. Everybody loves him.
But his English has
You
gotten
gotta-
better over the years.
It has?
He's
Here
on-
he is, El Tocho,
Yes!
ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit.
don't know what's going on right here, but it's my first time. Okay, I want to one fucking jokes really fast. Okay. Orale. No, Shirley, man. Fucking. My fucking wife, she's lesbian. Yeah. Yeah, guys. She bring it this morning. 2 different girls. One black and one Chinese. Tight pussy and black big ass. That's it, guys.
Antonio Panate, El Tocho. El Tocho.
When the only words they say are like lesbian, pussy, and ass, you know they learned to speak English from Pornhub.
That wasn't even as much a joke as it was just something that happened. Seems to have happened to you today.
I think he said a total of 8 words.
Yeah.
The only thing greasier than the food you make is your hair.
Really fast because, you know, I have tortilla in the oven.
Oh.
Silly, bro.
I totally know what you just said.
I told you.
El Tocho, you're working right now.
Yes.
This is the first time you've ever been on this show. You've been working here for years. We've been doing this show for years. What made you sign up tonight?
It's because I want to do it. I'm feeling like, what the fuck is going on with this show? Let me try. Yeah, because right now I get out from the original room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I doing my 3 minutes right there.
You do 3 minutes
Yes.
every Monday.
No tree minutes.
Monday.
He does material specifically about trees.
Wow, even for me, that was a low blow,
Yeah.
Michael Lawrence.
So you
Okay,
were working. Wait a second, El Tocho. You were working when you got pulled out of this bucket. Somebody ran down and grabbed you. El Tocho, you're on in the belly room. So you had to run up. Is there food cooking right now in the kitchen?
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, guys. What did we learn tonight? I love. I'm gonna get a report from management later. Tony, your alcohol sales in that show tonight were really good, but we didn't sell a single slider. Can you explain that?
Fully cooked burgers and half-baked premises.
My wife, lesbian. I mean, even you looked like you got electrocuted when you heard the room laugh at that. Like you were so shocked. My wife, lesbian.
Yeah.
They like me.
I'm excited because, you know, it's my first time in this show.
Right.
And when somebody come in, I want to say, Davina, she come and she told me, hey, Tocho, wow, go really fast. All right, I leave the fucking tortilla in the oven. I don't know.
There's a tortilla in the oven right now.
bro.
All right.
You know, every time he talks, the kitchen fire is getting larger and larger.
Baby. I don't know if the manager, they want
I've never had a guy bomb and light the stage on fire at the same time. But the
But
kitchen
also
is
not light the
literally
stage on
directly
fire.
underneath us right now.
Right
We will
underneath.
be the first to know.
I don't know if you want to be my last day right here. I don't know. For the
This is the first time he's done comedy, and he hasn't worn a bumblebee suit.
It's not my first time
He
doing
didn't
comedy.
even take off the glove. That's how he ran up here with a glove on.
He's like the Michael Jackson of
No, it's because
something.
I always have one glove in my pocket because, you know, sometimes I don't have a condom, bro.
Oh.
That
was his first
and
joke.
I use this shit. Yes.
Wait, you think you can give sexual transmitted diseases through your hands?
Yeah, you put the glove over your dick, right? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
It's pretty
You
economic.
don't want to take HIV, huh?
Which do you always pick the same finger, or
Do you
how
just start at
it?
the left and go to the right? You have 5 condoms.
You pick the index finger one. All right, El Tocho. El Tocho giving act outs for this podcast. El Tocho, what's the craziest thing that you've ever had happen to you sexually? I mean, if that happened today, what's the craziest thing that you and a woman have ever done in bed?
Actually, always, she bring we have almost 8 years together, and she bring like Saturday, Sunday.
I have no idea what the fuck you're saying. you still get to stay in America. Congratulations, Donald. What do you think about this guy?
You know, he's a funny guy. I think he has a bright future, just not on this side of the wall.
El Tocho, go get that tortilla off the oven. We're going to hustle you out of here. Anything else for El Tocho, guys? He's killing it. Get out of here. Go stop the kitchen fire. El Tocho making a surprise appearance. That's fucking crazy.
I give that a C minus. All right. Oh, you know what? It's fine. If I did that joke in broken English, you would have thought it was brilliant.
Wow. Speaking of broken English, the bucket always seems to have a little rhythm to it. This is what we would call a Kill Tony legend. We love him here. He always does a new 60 seconds. Put your hands together for the great Tam Fam, everybody. Here he is.
Hey, I'm socially retarded, so there's something I should probably get out of the way. I do not pay for sex, which means that I do not have sex. I would say that I rarely date, but even that would be an understatement. That's like saying Magic Johnson rarely donates blood. My brother is much more interested in being liked by people. He's all into trends and stuff. Like, if he was white, I would call him a wigger, but people don't call Asians wiggers, so I call him Filipino. That's all I have. Thanks.
Tam Fam, 41 seconds. Leave it to an Asian to come in short.
Are the immigrants really afraid of Donald, and that's why they're only doing like 30 seconds?
I'm an intimidating force. What can I say?
Oh, man.
Now, what's interesting about you, there's actually a thing here, because Donald Trump is with us tonight. Jeremiah, you mentioned earlier being somewhat of a fan of Jeremiah Watkins. And Jeremiah, when Tam Fam has been on the show the last few times, we've done a thing where Jeremiah speaks for Tam Fam, and Tam Fam moves his mouth and does the jokes that Jeremiah thinks would be good for him. Donald, do you want to maybe how do you feel about maybe taking a stab at that tonight?
I'll give it a shot.
All right, Donald Trump doing the types of jokes that he thinks Tam Fam should be doing, the way Tam Fam would do them, with Tam Fam actually physically acting them out. Enjoy.
Harold. I went to supermarket today. And I ordered fish for my girlfriend. But then I realized I already have fish between her legs.
Tam Fam, how is it possible that you sell his jokes better than you sell your own? Like, you really get into it.
But I didn't realize there was an Asian girl in the front row until you started doing that voice. Jesus. Dude, man.
That's a Tammy Fam right there.
How does an Asian person look like Milhouse? It's fucking amazing to me.
Your style is actually a lot better since when you first started this show. I mean, you remember him wearing his own shirt, his name on there
that was
every
crazy.
week.
Oh, God, I've seen... Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, he's old school. Tam Fam's royalty. He's Real Fam, which is his uncle's name as well, Real Fam.
Now
I
I know it was a joke, but you've had sex before, right?
not many times.
Oh my God, it's so great. It's the greatest thing in all of comedy.
Still less racist than what Jeff Dunham does.
You're right. He does have a real like Milhouse Simpson like Milhouse thing to him. Except I feel like he's a little more yellow.
Yeah.
I should have said Tam Fam's a little more yellow. You probably thought I was talking about Milhouse. Makes it more racist if I said Tam Fam.
It is true. I used to wear my Twitter handle on my shirt, but now I have a handle on fashion.
It's unbelievable. It's so obnoxiously, stupidly perfect. It's like a loophole. It's like farts or something like that. Like
No. It's a loophole.
Holy shit. Tam Fam, what else is going on in life, man? How do you feel about things?
It's okay, I guess. I guess I should probably answer Willie's question since it seemed serious at the time.
Go ahead.
I have had sex, but never with anybody that I didn't have to pay, so I don't really count it.
Oh.
Did you hear all those girls out there, Tam Fam?
They're like, I'll only fuck you if Jeremiah does the voice the entire time. $5?
What would that sound like to you?
Oz translate in my language to wet pussy. So, if there are any ladies out there,
Please start singing I Am So Ronry. Please start singing.
No.
are looking for a hookup, just know that I will wham, bam, slam, tam, fam you all night long.
How does a comedy show have better dubbing than any kung fu flick I've ever seen in my life?
That is really incredible. Tam Fam, you have a knack for that. Do you how are you so good at knowing what?
It's a special connection me
Wow.
and Jeremiah have.
That's incredible. So
How much have you paid for a Jackie Chan job?
I like Jackie
I am
Chan
going.
job.
I am
the
going to let that joke die as it should.
A most honorable death.
If you just listen to this podcast and you don't watch the video version, I feel so terrible for you. You right there, people, and you right there are the smartest people in the world. Audio people are just like, what the fuck are they laughing at right now? No idea. Tam Fam can move those fucking lips. What are you doing for work?
Extra?
Extra.
Yeah.
Like in what? Anything cool?
Did
Just
training.
newspaper. Extra, extra. Read all about it.
Read all about it.
You're gonna say Judge Judy? That's what you're gonna say?
Training day I did today.
Oh, training day.
Yeah. So just
What did you do?
pedestrian. It's just
What was that like?
It was a role that that I have prepared for many years, but still heavily disappoint my father.
Oh my god, that made no sense. I love that. Oh my god. Tam Fam, anything else going on in life? I mean, you're killing it. You getting a lot of stage time?
a little bit. I try to try to get up every night.
That music makes anything sad. It's so funny. Yeah, I've been getting up every night.
Every sentence you say commits ritualistic suicide. Like, it starts out noble and then just kills itself. Like a lot of my jokes. But fucking, why are you so sad?
Like I said before, I get no pussy, Mike Lawrence. Pussy in my culture is a key to happiness.
I think it's everywhere.
Oh my God! It's unbelievable.
No, but why are you so sad?
That was actually pretty accurate.
Over here, I'm dying. I can't even fucking. Wow, Jesus Christ! All right. Well, maybe we should move on. Tam Fam, any close? I mean, well, you know what? Actually, let's talk a little bit
What
longer.
next sad ethnicity are we? This is just like the most depressing version of Street Fighter, this show so far.
It's a special super racial edition of Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Anything else, Tam Fam?
no,
What's the closest you've come to fucking a chick? There's nobody. There's no other pedestrians on the set of Training Day.
No, I try to avoid people. I just don't really like being around people.
Well, maybe that's why you're not getting laid, dude.
But those robots are coming soon, though.
VR, man.
Do you have?
You didn't realize that was going to be the most hopeful part of his set.
Yeah, man. Virtual reality's coming. You're totally gonna get laid soon. All right.
Thank you for your optimism, Tony Hinson.
All right.
I wonder sometimes if virtual reality was my reality, would I still be turned down for sex? But then I think they would give me something.
Tam Fam, we absolutely love you here. This episode's going to be the one that gets you laid. I know it. This is the one. You can all say you were at the episode that got Tam Fam laid. Some crazy little Twitter chick's going to come here. And if you are that crazy of a girl and you're listening, come fuck Tam Fam. We'll let you do an interview session. You'll get your own special 60-second interview afterwards. 2 minutes. All right. And Tam Fam will give you 30 seconds, probably. All right. We've met this guy before. Put your hands together for Bill Russ.
My niece and nephew are starting to become teenagers now, and they're starting to talk in that hip-hop slang language. So I'm trying to be more relatable to them, like a really cool hip uncle. So I wrote them this letter. I wrote, yo, Brittany and John, what up? I was just chilling. Thought I'd write you, yo. Just got back from my hustle, making the Skrilla. You know, chips. Can't get a tenderoni unless you got the chips. This honey dip's supposed to come by the club if she can get the whip. She never showed, didn't call. That's mad whack. I ignored the dime piece. Told her, yo, stop sweating me, talk to the hand. I had to regulate her. She started fronting. I said, why up on my grill if you don't even know the barbecue? Don't be up my Kool-Aid, don't know the flavor. Get off my jock. I told her to bounce. She got all janky, began tripping. I said, yo, get off my tip. So now this biscuit is just getting his groove on looking for any skeezer, yo. I gotta bounce. Peace out, Uncle Bill. I really sent that. My sister called me a week later. Are you on drugs? And I was like, no, but this biscuit hater was pushed up on my boo, and she better come correct. I have an arsonist friend of mine who just found a girl on Matches.com.
Fuck yeah. Bill Russ. I feel like you know all that newer lingo so that it can help you get kids to come to your van. Like close to right on that?
Well, I'm out of candy right now, so.
You look like you have flashbacks of bombing Tam Fam's village.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days.
But speaking of bombs, nice set. That was so weird. That felt like you were writing like the Fashizzle My Nizzle Fran Drescher Snoop Dogg commercial. Like white people are always like 9 years behind in black culture.
Yeah.
Do you have Urban Dictionary?
Talk to the hand came out at one point. Yeah. Talk to the hand.
No, actually,
came out at one point.
He was auditioning to write for the Carmichael Show.
just looking up at the black lady up there, shaking her head slowly. No, like
he's like, "Hey Willie, I know all the hip cool lingo,"
and none of it was.
No, actually, there was a.
What's the newest one that you that you added? To
I don't
that?
actually. I saw an article in the paper a while back.
Oh my God!
No,
a while back.
Yeah,
reading the actual newspaper, huh? I learned about this new lingo when I was reading the newspaper back in '72.
But you can't do jokes with slang when you look like a racist cop.
I was reading the paper the other day. These kids are talking about the razzmatazz. Real
That's actually
skedaddle duty.
That thing is actually a true story. I did send that to my niece. My sister did call and say, "Are you on drugs?" and everything. That was all. That was a
I would
true
have
story.
the exact same response as your sister.
Well,
I couldn't understand
so-
anything you were saying the whole time.
So what it lacked in humor, it made up for in truth, and that's what you want in comedy.
The truth store.
Have you done that? Have you done that out on the road?
Yeah.
You do, so I can
yeah.
see that working in Cleveland State, but like,
It worked at Flappers a couple nights ago.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
I know.
That
What I'm
proves
saying
our
is,
point.
what I'm saying is
It's worked
like
on the road. I've gone all over the country.
I know, but like
The 9 people
with
I forced to watch this
that's
joke
road,
loved
that's
it.
that's road comedy. That you feel like you have the road on you when you're
No.
doing that.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see you do that same joke in front of a black audience.
I've done that.
You
I
have?
like,
How
I like
was
that
it?
the joke was so bad it made him drop the Hillary character. Like, let me uncross my legs and be real with you for a second.
Bill, you're
Well,
an
it doesn't. It does. I mean, like, okay, this is pure This is my taste in comedy, but, dude, that shit. That's for your demographic, and like, I don't know if you want it. Like, kids are into some different stuff.
Bill, what's
Yeah.
Should have done my baseball golf announcer joke. I was going to do that. But
Bill Russ kills with guys named Bill or Russ.
Bill, like, you're an interesting guy because you seem like so likable. You almost seem like some like jolly Canadian guy or something like that. But you're American, right?
yeah,
And how long you been on stand-up?
18 years.
18 years. How long in
Oh,
April
God.
'98. Worked all over
Dude,
the
your
country.
failure is old enough to vote. For one of these candidates.
Oh, fuck, man. Holy shit. That was amazing.
All I can say is, wow, Mike Lawrence, wow.
Yeah, very impressive.
I was having a conversation with Eric Myers, who's been doing it for 16 years, and he said he moved to L.A. 4 years ago, and when he moved to L.A., all his jokes had the road on them, and people would just kind of stare at him because do you understand when like the music of the language is like super hokey?
Bill, what's the riskiest thing that you talk about? Let's get right into it. How old are you?
51.
51. You ever been married?
No.
No kids.
No kids.
Craziest thing you've ever done?
Commit to stand-up for 18 years.
Wait a minute.
So much
Did he
better when
kill
it comes
Jumpin' A.
in
Ramsey?
before the answer than after. That's so crazy.
It's like an unsolved mystery.
That's like evolved Fred from. Right.
Let's see.
What's
I
the
had a what's that?
What's the biggest accomplishment you've had in comedy?
Or anyway.
Besides being judged by us.
Tell us about your real
I
life.
opened for Brad Garrett in a 600-seat theater in Virginia.
Oh God! Play that. Play that. Play that. Where's that sad music?
I really love that biscuit joke, Raymond.
I need this to back us up here through this.
Well, when did that happen? You opened for Brad Garrett.
About 4 years ago.
Okay.
All right, Bill, stick with me over here.
Yeah, I'm with you,
All right.
Tony.
Forget Brad Garrett for a
All right.
second.
As the world
Tell
has.
me shit that's interesting about your life, like things that you've done in 51 years. You ever win a yo-yo championship or a pumpkin carving contest or radio something or?
I worked in radio for 10 years. I was on ABC's America's Funniest People years ago. Won $2,000, $18.60 after taxes.
What'd you do on that?
I did impressions.
What'd you do impressions of?
They're old. They did that was a while ago.
I
did
know.
I did
That's not the
Casey Kasem, Cliff from Cheers, Reverend Jim and Louie from Taxi, and Archie and Edith from All in the Family.
Oh my God!
You know, all
You
the
just
classics.
read lost lyrics from We Didn't Start the Fire.
Do you do
But it's
any
still
impression?
burning.
Do you do any impressions of anybody modern?
When we
haven't
just
done-
goes myself and then walks down the staircase slowly.
Oh, it's so sad. We all actually pictured that for a second.
I haven't done any new ones in a while.
All right.
Casey Kasem, he's doing Homer Simpson, and
You can't just keep saying
Tic Tac.
Casey Kasem, Bill.
Yeah, I
We're
know.
not going to save you on this one. We're not going to go there.
Why did you get into comedy?
I used to, when I was a kid, I used to watch Johnny Carson and watch all the comedians on there all the time. I loved it, and that's what I wanted to do. And
That's what did it?
yeah,
All right. Bill,
clue?
tell me something interesting about your life, something that you've accomplished, something weird you've seen, something. Like if you were going to write the Bill Russ book and you had to think of like a page that was going to be decent, what would it be?
Here's a good road story. I was doing a show in Danville, Virginia. After the show, this young girl came up to me and asked me if I had any weed. And I told her I don't do that. I don't smoke pot.
I don't
she
do
goes,
weed.
She goes,
I don't do weed, girl.
I don't do spot. So she goes, if you give me $40 for weed, I'll have sex with you.
Oh.
So
and then
I
all
gave
of a
her
sudden
$40
you're just
for
like,
weed.
wow. So you gave her $40 for weed.
Yeah.
And did you see her smoke the weed?
No.
It wasn't for weed. Let me fast forward you to how that story should go. Some chick told you it was for weed, but it definitely wasn't.
Her name was Tabitha.
I bet it was.
How has the fry cook who can't speak English been the most hopeful person on the show? The fuck? These immigrants come and they can do the job of a Bill Russ equally as well.
This is my first time. Oh, I got the accents.
That was
confused.
your champagne.
Wow.
I got my accents mixed up there.
Nazi.
Oh, the mouse of weirdness. All right.
No
Bill.
me gusta.
So, Bill, what was that sex like? Where'd you do it at? Where'd you take a girl like that? Your car? Tell the truth. Do not try to be funny. I could see
No,
those.
it wasn't the car.
It was in the car. Driver's seat or back seat?
It was back seat. It was a Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra.
If you had to guess the retail price of that Cutlass Sierra, what would you say that it is?
$13.98. No.
Oh, you stopped yourself when you had a real chance to commit there.
He fucked in the car because even his dick only works on the road.
Weird and wild stuff.
Oh, God. This is such a fun episode. Bill.
Yes, sir.
Come on, anything else? What else is crazy? You ever win
I'm really
any?
bad with directions.
These are what
You should see me. I'm out there with my road map, and I'm just fumbling and fumbling.
I once had a show
I was reading the paper one time, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm lost and driving at the same time.
Feels
Shouldn't
like-
be reading this paper.
It feels
You
like
could get
Comics
lost.
Unleashed with Byron Allen.
He could get lost on stage in under a minute.
I
was once in my Chevy Chevelle. Read my road map.
had a show in upstate New York, Broad Alban, New York, at the Funny Farm, and then I was
driving down the street, and all of a sudden, oh God, it was terrible. Oh, Jesus, this guy was reading a newspaper. All right, Bill, go ahead.
I was at a show at the Funny Farm in Broad Alban, New York, and I left Sunday morning at 5:30 a.m. to go back to Virginia Beach where I lived. 6 hours into the drive, and I saw the sign, "Welcome to Boston." I drove 6 hours east instead of south.
Oh,
True story.
oh my God! What is Chapter 4
This
in your
is-
autobiography?
I feel like if I talked to you about you to an old man, be like, Bill Russ? No one's seen Bill Russ do stand-up in over 35 years.
All right, so the second craziest thing that you've ever done is drive 6 hours in the wrong direction, which, by the way, is basically a scene from the hit movie Dumb and Dumber, in which a team of comedy writers had to think, like, what's the dumbest thing a human being could possibly do? Let's really get goofy with it. We can use our imaginations. And that's what they literally came up with, and what's widely considered one of the funniest movies of all time. They pretty much drive 6 hours in the wrong direction. You accomplished what a bunch of comedy writers literally thought was something so unbelievably funny. Anyway, that's the number 2 most interesting thing. What's number 3? Dig deep, dig deep. And by dig deep, I mean tell us where the bodies are buried.
In the Funny Farm in Albany. Turns out that the Funny Farm is a psych ward that he was committed to.
So it was forget stand-up, forget show
Right.
stories.
Yeah.
Something from life.
Yeah. You're not going to sell us on the comedian thing. We want to know what's some real shit.
That was the meanest thing that's been said tonight.
Hey, I'll go down with this ship. Anyway.
Let's see.
Wow, this is
Here's a
crazy episode.
Huh?
What do you got, Bill?
I interned at a radio station when I was younger.
Why are these all like rinky-dink show business stories?
Okay.
Anything happen to you when you were 30
I want
or
you to
younger?
bring your show on the Titanic. No.
That's a good story. I'd listen to that.
Let's see.
Bill, you have a girlfriend lately? Anything like that?
No,
You into
single.
guys? You gay?
No.
No.
What do you do to pass time?
My dog.
What?
Dog park. My
Whoa.
dog's the one that had the broken leg.
Yeah.
Do you eat ass?
Every person that's
I
been
am
up
now.
here has been a sad independent film. Like, this is so...
I want to see who's
European.
next. Bill, any?
Like, I feel like Philip Seymour Hoffman could have gotten an Oscar for playing you in a movie.
We have
Most
your
people
dog
say
on
Tim
the line.
Allen would.
So, Bill, how long have you had your dog for?
5 years.
Creepiest thing you've ever let it lick off of your penis?
Well, he doesn't like peanut butter, Tony. He don't.
Bill, anything else, man?
Let's see.
Where are you performing next?
I've written a serial killer letter before.
You wrote a what?
Serial killer letter. I had a neighbor who had a dog was barking all morning, like early morning till late at night. It was really bugging me. So I took magazines. I cut serial killer letter out. And I put 2 mindless, barking dog, annoys neighbor, try getting a pet rock, I will be watching you. And I taped it to their door, and it never happened again. True story.
Wow.
Yeah, that's because you're a creepy motherfucker. Yeah, I'd be terrified of the 51-year-old road comic who has no family. That would be
and it has a lot of
scary.
magazines, too. 'Cause you gotta
and
cut
nothing
out-
to live for.
And out of all the things, I mean, you don't really. That's incredible that there wasn't any more barking because you didn't really like explain exactly what it was. Say it again. What did it say? You cut out each independent
Yeah, it
letter.
just said 2 mindless, barking dog, annoys neighbor, try getting a pet rock, I will be watching you. And it never happened again after I...
All right, I'm pretty sure we're all accessories to a crime now. Bill, I like your style, man.
I think it's time we kill Bill.
No part 2.
I was
Bill.
paranoid seeing that movie.
Bill, we're gonna see you again soon, buddy. Best of luck.
All right,
Go
hey,
take
man.
chances.
Sorry,
Do something
disappointed you
crazy
tonight, Tony.
Oh, Jesus, Bill. Don't make it sadder than it already is. I'm about to cry over here.
In the meantime, you can catch him performing anywhere that's voting for Trump.
What do you think about that?
I'm
Sean?
even offended by that comment, Michael.
All right, let's get into it. This bucket's a crazy one tonight. This might be a new name. I don't know. We'll see. Put your hands together for Chris Sanders.
There can be only one.
All right, one more time for Chris Sanders.
So I used to live in Beverly Hills as a homeless person. I actually used to live behind my job, which was a Saks Fifth Avenue on a strip of grass. Every 5 a.m. I'd wake up when the sprinklers would turn on, and then I'd go into work early. After a year of doing this, I eventually got an award for perfect attendance. One of the weirdest things about living in Beverly Hills, you see like a lot of strange things. I remember I saw this lady. She had her dog in the baby stroller, but she had her kids on a leash. And then she got really upset at me when I tried to pet the kid. I'm like, is it like a service baby? Is that what it is? You know, you see a lot of like, mean kids, even like rich, arrogant kids. I was at a CVS buying some toothpaste, and this kid, they were running amok. They were throwing bags, being loud, being mean. Cashier's like, you gotta leave. 3 of the kids leave, but 1 stays. And then he points at the cashier and he goes, I could buy you. And that's how ignorant this kid is. He doesn't know that the line is, my dad could buy you. Thank you.
Chris Sanders. Wow. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well, thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
How long have you been on stand-up?
I'd
Just
say
tell the truth,
consistently
tell the truth.
consistently for about a year and a half.
Donald?
Yeah.
I think the question is, how long has he been a stand-in for Willie Hunter?
Wow. Have you two ever seen each other before?
I saw you once when I first moved here. I was going to the 7-Eleven on Sunset, and we were both in the same checkout.
Sunset is such a funny word for a guy with a lisp to say. Can you say sunset one more time?
Sunset.
Sunset.
Before sunset.
We saw each other, and then what happened?
Well, that week I came to the comedy store for the
Did you guys
first
just
time.
start mime-handing yourself? Just
yeah, the Marx Brothers, yeah.
I came to the comedy store for the first time, and I saw the Willie Hunter show. Actually, that was the first show I saw when I came here to LA. And I was
Wow.
like, "Hey, I like your show." And you're like, "Oh, it's very nice of you, thank you." And I just went my way, and you went your way.
Do we really look very similar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like I'm looking at the evolutionary chart of Barack Obama right now.
There it is.
No, you just hold up. Hold up. Watch your mouth there.
You really messed up the economy, Barry.
Wow, Barry.
You don't call me Barry. Okay. Trump.
All right. Chris Sanders, what do you do for work?
I actually still work at Sac Fifth Avenue. I've been a
You
Sac-
work at this accident, and are you really homeless?
Not anymore. I used to be. I was homeless for a time.
You you really slept on the lawn?
Yeah, I slept behind. There's like this it's a place during the day we have during lunch we eat there, like picnics, and at night like it's pretty safe. So I would just sleep there at night and
You eat picnics? You have homeless picnics?
No, well during the day, during
Like
our
a
lunch period,
potluck?
Neiman Marcus and my
Like a
Saks
pot
and
no
What do you
luck?
do? What do you do
A
at
pot
Saks?
out of luck?
I've done a lot of things. I've sold men's shoes, suits. From Gucci to Ferragamo. I've worked stock in the
Wow.
women's shoe
I'm
department.
starting to guess that your workplace isn't the only sex that you're dealing with. You know what I'm talking about?
That's
what
another
I-
day, another kill Tony. Is what
What was that?
What I want you to do is take the microphone out of the stand and hold it with one hand.
Yes.
There you
Yeah,
go.
thank you,
Because
thank
you
you.
seem so nervous and uncomfortable.
I'm a bit nervous. Yes.
Why?
I don't
Maybe
know,
because we're
I'm-
really nice on this
No,
show.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah.
I'm just, I don't know.
You did as well as an 18-year veteran, so you shouldn't feel.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And they talk with the same lingo.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Sarasota, Florida.
Sarasota,
Sarasota, Florida. Sarasota.
I went from Sarasota to Sunset.
I know that. I know where
Yeah,
Sarasota's at.
a
Yeah.
little artsy beach town.
And then you moved. How did you get out here? How was your?
Well, I went to Florida State, and then after Florida State.
No. How did you? Did you fly out here or?
No, I took a Greyhound.
Greyhound. I knew it.
You took a Greyhound, didn't you?
I took a Greyhound. Yeah.
Wow.
I took a Greyhound from Alabama. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's like a 2-day trip.
Yeah. It was fun. I had these French people as my bus mates. They were kind of
Oh,
What did you learn anything from the French people?
No, nothing new. I mean, I remember.
What's your least favorite race?
Orcs. That was silly.
Listen to the nerds roar at that one, huh? Wow, the powerful nerds. The nerd vote is powerful on this show.
I guess.
Orcs. I said orcs. You don't know what it means. You didn't watch that.
Look, you're in L.A., okay? Even if it's a bad joke, if you sell it, people will believe it,
Thank
okay?
you. You're right. I should know that. I'm in sales, right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's so cool.
What do you
It's
what do you
so
sell
cool.
better than anyone?
I was pretty good at selling the Ferragamo wallets. They kind of just sell themselves. So I was just kinda
Sell us on it. If
Yeah.
you were going to sell us a Ferragamo wallet,
right.
tell us how you would do it right now. Pretend like it's in your hand.
So wait, what wallet do you? What wallet do you have right now?
I have a shitty one.
You have a shitty wallet.
Yeah.
So probably have like a Swiss Army wallet. Right?
Yeah.
Well, Ferragamo wallet. I have a great one here. I have one right here. Here. I'll open up the pockets.
Is this
It's not
is this
really- it's not
actually
really
one?
for- no, it's not
Well, then
really,
I wouldn't.
but-
I would
Please,
use-
please,
we're
hold
open.
up, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smell the wallet, Tony.
It's,
Smell it.
It's a really great wallet. It has a clip-inside
Oh,
titanium
so that's
clip.
how you do it. You literally have it sell itself.
Yeah,
You're just like, here you go,
Titanium
take it.
clip.
Oh, shoplifter, right here. There he goes. He's got it.
Actually, Barack Obama, he actually got one as a Christmas present. You know, I'd say little things like
Oh,
that.
and that's bullshit,
And he returned
right?
it the next
No,
day.
like the well, like
He asked for the gift receipt.
no, we have to do like a little bit of research, like the Barton Prairie sunglasses. Barack Obama has been seen wearing those. You talk about that. I mean, little things. People when they come into Sack Fifth
How
Avenue,
much is one of those wallets?
If ever going wallet, probably 300, a little higher. Yeah.
Jesus
I mean, people who come
Christ.
into Sack Fifth Avenue, they already have
Judas
money. They
Priest.
just really want someone nice to kind of show them what they already know what they want to buy. You
Uh-huh.
know. So I was just really polite and nice, and I guess why they hired me. I didn't know anything about fashion. You know. I never,
How's your dating life here in Los Angeles?
It's funny. I fell in love with this Japanese tourist actually last
Was
year.
his name Tam Fam?
No, her name was Alan.
Ellen?
Yowlin.
Yowlin.
Yeah.
He said her name is Alan.
So.
Yeah.
Are you guys still together?
No, she was actually on vacation for 2 weeks. So for those 2 weeks, we just kind of like we dated. It was really cool. I met her in Mid Wilshire, and we just started talking, and it was great. It was great. It was like something out of a movie. I've never experienced anything.
How
like it.
long did you guys get to hang out?
For about a week.
Huh.
She's at the Hollywood Hotel at the time. I lived in North Hollywood, and
Is she in Dubai right now for 2 weeks, or where is she?
she's back in a place called Fukuoka.
You guys stay in touch?
Yeah, she had to go back for some graduate work in New York in July, and mid-July she had to go back to Japan, but she's like, I'm gonna come back to LA just to see you.
Wow.
So for a week we hung out for a week again, and it was great.
What'd you guys do? Did
we
you go
came
all the
out.
way with her?
Yes, we had sex.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody getting laid
Yes!
on this goddamn
I feel like I just had sex when he said that. Yes.
Imagine what you could do if you just shaved the mustache.
But yeah, we just went to the beach. We had dinner. We watched Finding Dory, which she didn't really understand that
Man,
much.
this
but she
is
loved
like
it.
everyone's stories are so like
I know.
bland.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, right?
I'm just like, you guys hung out and watched Finding Dory.
Yeah, we went to the beach. You know, we had dinner.
But what
we
if
went
he
to the
like?
store.
What if he like fingered her while watching that movie?
Pat lives an exciting life though. Pat won't even like
I
have
won't
sex
even
until he's
divulge
already like shot heroin, played a concert. Chris, anything crazy ever? Anything in your life ever stand out to you? Some fucked up shit? Ever like poop your pants and puke at the same time? Anything weird?
No. I think the craziest thing I ever did is after college, I joined the Navy Reserve. Then a year later, I left.
You joined the Navy and then you quit.
Yeah.
Real American hero you are, Chris.
Yeah.
Why'd you quit?
I just didn't. I was a medical corpsman, and I just didn't really like what I was doing, and so I just kind of walked away. You know, I talked to a lot of some mentors about it, good move, bad move, and they were just pretty much like, you know what, you're gonna have a long life. You've only been in for a year. It's gonna be fine. It's not a big. You're a reservist. You show up 1 week in a month. You know.
Tony, ask me a question from my life.
Yeah, Pat, craziest shit. Tell me some shit.
Okay, one time I got on Tinder and met up with a girl at 4 a.m. and she had just broken up with her boyfriend that same night, and she was a stripper, and she took out like a bag of drugs, and the bag had like full of a bunch of shit, and then we did mushrooms, and then we had sex. And then she told me about like her dad dying and her brother dying, and she had like art from her brother's death like all over the walls, and the walls were red, which I mean red is a really uncomfortable color for a bedroom.
I still think
on
him having the
mushrooms.
confidence to leave the Navy is a more impressive story.
You know what that sounds means.
You're just a white guy
Mike-
that did mushrooms. He was like, "Fuck you, America."
Yeah.
Well, I live for me.
Mike just won interruption of the night.
Yeah.
When you hear that song,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
Pearl Harbor some Japanese girl instead.
Well, then, the second time we hung out, she was on heroin.
Yeah.
Did you guys spoon afterwards? Oh, you're gonna make that noise like it's not brilliant, like it's hacky. All right, cool.
I wanna give you one piece of advice.
Please.
Which is that a lot of comics when they start are fucking poor. Like I was dirt fucking poor. I still look it. But you were fucking homeless. Like, I want to see that when you're on stage. Like, being on stage should be the most comfortable you feel. You should be fucking fighting harder than any of these fucking, people that live in apartments and houses. Like, you should show that. And because then it should mean something to you. Like, you left the Navy. You have an interesting story. Like, you should have that fire, and instead you were, like, nervous. You didn't know how to hold the microphone and stuff. Like, there's an interesting person here. Fucking, you have nothing to lose, so you should show that on stage.
All right, we'll do. I will.
Boom.
I will.
Let it rip. Chris Sanders, come back again soon.
Yes,
there he goes.
Thank you for having me.
What ethnicity are you?
I'm Cambodian and black.
Cambodian and black.
Yeah,
All right, there he goes.
Yeah.
Chris Sanders.
That's pretty great.
Cambodian and black. The fuck is going on?
Did you know you look half Cambodian?
I did not know that.
Willie, what are you? Are you half Cambodian?
I'm just black. Why'd that get a laugh?
We know this young lady. We love her. Put your hands together for Lindsay Jennings, everybody. Here she is.
Oh.
What's up? Yeah, Kill Tony. Hey, guys. I've been dating this dude. He keeps telling me I have masculine qualities, but he keeps wanting to fuck me. So I'm like, okay, I guess that means that I'm a little manly and you're a little gay. Same dude hit that booty call up recently, and he turned me down. And I was a little upset, I'm not gonna lie. And I was driving home. I was at my right mind, I was high. And all of a sudden I found myself in the Carl's Jr. drive-thru, but I wasn't ordering anything. I think because I just wanted to say no to a guy. He was like, can I help you? I was like, no. Felt good. But then I was like, wait, unless you're off right now. What do you look like? It turned into a blind date in the drive-thru. I was looking at that screen like, ASL? Yeah.
Lindsay Jennings. How's it going?
What's up?
So that guy you're dating that thinks that there's masculine qualities in you, does he ever tell you specifically what he thinks they are?
I don't know. He's dressed like a woman right now. I mean...
I didn't know she was going to go there.
Me neither. Me neither. I sort of lobbed up a beach ball, so we were going to go with it.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes you got to do that as a host. See where the Sharks want to play.
Yeah. I mean, Pat does sit down when he pees at urinals.
That's the funniest thing. What is that, a Brody joke or something? That's like hilarious. Sits down while he pees at urinals.
Well, I noticed Lindsay told a couple of jokes directly to me, which is interesting because I didn't really. I
did notice that. I'm dating this guy who tells me that I have masculine qualities. How are things going? You guys having fun?
Good. We were fighting today.
Really?
We were fighting right before this.
Oh shit.
No, but we had like a great day. We did yoga and fucking like worked out and made food, and then he fought with me over taking too much ice out of a fucking smoothie in the blender.
Whoa, diva.
Another one of Pat's crazy stories.
Oh my god.
I love that. So you guys are fighting over basically nothing?
Yeah.
And then shit probably escalates pretty quickly. You guys are like little rock star couple. There's something very like Kurt and Courtney about your guys' connection. I'll tell you that right now.
She's Kurt, I'm Courtney.
True.
There's no winner in that. They're both horrible fates.
Except you're more likely to kill yourself. Oh, too real.
Oh, come on.
Too real?
Too real, too real.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say something. I could hear you visibly talking during other people's sets.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, I could.
During sets?
Were you talking during people's sets?
And so it's like if you're gonna do that and then come up and have that, it's just kind of disappointing. It just felt like there was like an entitlement a little bit. Like I could hear it when we were talking to the other people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you do know that you were talking during people's sets? Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't think I talked during anybody's sets, but maybe, yeah. I mean, I kind of say my opinion of what's going on over there. It's kind of loud. Other people talk. I was just kind of like, oh my God, this is boring. Can we move on?
You should hear how much she.
Yeah,
you
you
should hear how much
do that.
You should hear how much she talks during yoga.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Trying to follow the video
Yeah.
and put on music.
What types of things was she bringing up during yoga?
Ow! Oh, my back's so fucking sore. And then she's just like rolling around, like running into me and shit.
Wow.
And I'm
you
trying to
talk
open
during
my
yoga?
third eye.
Not usually.
Trying to open
Come
your third
on.
eye, really?
Wow, I feel like I'm watching a Hot Topic sitcom.
Wow, Trump, you
Yeah,
got
it's
into
every
that
fight you see at a Fall Out Boy concert.
Oh, those are both so tonally off.
Oh, man.
Well, I didn't mean to talk during. I didn't talk during anybody's sets, but I'm sorry that that was rude to you.
So what were you thinking when they were up? Were you just like this?
Well, I
shit?
just am like, there's 50 comics in the balcony trying to get up, and they were spending a lot of time on like some boring stuff. That's
What was boring to you? What part?
the last dude. Just the end of.
All right, so what happened?
You
with
mean
that, what
I was
happened with-
boring?
What happened with
Chris
that threesome
Sanders.
in Australia?
Oh shit.
Whoa. wrong ethnicity there, Brian.
I guess Pat wants me to tell the story about how I went to Australia, and on the plane I thought I was going to be one of the people to go to sleep, but I ended up drinking lots of wine and partying in the back, and there was like 3 dudes there, and this guy had a bunch of he told me he had 50 Xanax in his pocket, so I was like, can I have 10 of them? And he just gave them to me, so it was awesome. Got really fucked up, and then joined the Mile High Club and had a threesome with another suicide girl in the bathroom of the plane.
God damn.
And I
Wow.
can hear someone over there going, when the fuck is this going to be over? Circle of life.
Wow. That's just on the way to Australia. He asked what happened in Australia. I mean, Jesus. That's incredible. How does somebody... Wow. That's interesting. Same time, you, a guy, and another girl, you had a threesome in a bathroom?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Of an airplane.
How's that even possible? I call bullshit on this one.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
It sounds like I don't think you can join the Mile High Club by doing hand jobs.
I can do crazy yoga, and I definitely can do weird things. Fitting
Were
into
you
small
talking the whole
spaces.
time you were bending into positions?
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
talk
my
through
back.
sex, too.
Really? How'd you guys pull it off? Was one person like, what do you, hi, I just can't picture it. And I've been
Okay, so it'd
I've
be
been
like
to
the guy-
Australia in a bathroom in first class, and I know you weren't up there.
So yeah.
That was just for you,
You
to
can't
say
have
you've been in first class.
You can't have a threesome.
So
in
he's
first
sitting
class
on the
either.
toilet. He's sitting on the toilet.
I think that she needs to demonstrate on me and the woman next to me.
He's
Oh,
sitting,
shit.
He's sitting on the toilet. I'm here, and then the other girl is here. It's like very tight, but you know it works.
What's she doing?
I feel like that's the only thing tight about this situation. It's very tight in there. However, my pussy, on the other hand, yikes.
She's making out with me. I'm fingering her. I don't know. I hardly remember. I was super fucking wasted.
Wow. Xanax, huh?
Yeah.
God. What does that do to you? Is that a waker
It
up?
calms you down. It
It
like
makes you
stops
a-
your
It
inhibitions.
makes you a whore.
Yeah. Makes you a whore.
Wow. It stops inhibitions?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
no, it stops
shit.
it literally stops the inhibitory neurotransmitters in your brain. That's true, dude, because people who take Xanax have so much anxiety, so they can't get through their day. They have all these inhibitions, so it helps them to...
I just want to say I rode here with these two, and the ride home is going to be very interesting.
I'm not coming home with you.
No, it's going to be great. You guys are great. What's
He's
wrong? You're
literally just
killing
going to
it.
put up a wall between them.
You guys are rock and roll as fuck. You shouldn't be fighting about anything after this. That's awesome how he can fucking set you up to tell a crazy story like that. Have you talked about that on stage before?
No, I should. I need to...
Well, I mean,
figure it
like, if you pepper it up and actually, you know, I don't know, something with it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
1,000 times more interesting than anything any story the first 5 people had on stage. I mean, the most exciting thing about Bill Russell's life was what? He fucking drove 6 hours the wrong direction.
Whole lifetime.
Oh my God. Well, if you want to know something that really stands out about me,
I interned in radio once.
was that Australia thing recently?
2 years ago.
Okay.
So you might start stripping.
Whoa! Wow,
Oh,
it's all
wow.
coming out there right now. Here we go.
Couples therapy.
Yeah, this is interesting. Welcome to a new segment on Kill Tony called Couples Therapy with Pat Reagan and Lindsay Jennings.
Yeah, I might start stripping.
Is that true? Wow, you got Willie to start stripping.
Right now.
Yeah, baby. I'm going to start stripping also.
Wow. You could ask them to go to the champagne room or the airplane bathroom. Oh, boy. Lindsay, so, like, are you really might start stripping? Have you ever done it before?
No, I have a joke. I actually did it on here one time about how I'm a failed stripper because I didn't get the job one time.
Oh.
But that's mostly because I was hesitant to take my top off because I didn't know I was going to have to take my top off.
For the audition.
Yeah.
That's a big part of stripping.
Well, no, but... So I'm
was
not
gonna-
really going to become a stripper either because I might work at, like, Cheetahs or something where you don't have to strip. But you do have to give lap dances, so you're basically a stripper.
Whoa. Yeah, he's one of the old waitresses from Cheetahs. There she is. Wow. Okay. So, are you gonna try to do this job of stripping? I mean, it seems like you'd make some money. What's that like? I mean, I guess you don't know. You haven't done it.
Well, I mean, I did a burlesque tour with Suicide Girls. That's why I was in Australia. So I've stripped on stage before. It's not like, too big of a deal. What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Wow. The sexual tension is potent in here.
How have you been making money up until now?
Okay, well, I worked at a...
Whoa, Jesus, what is that?
That's my friend.
Oh.
She's got, like, the funniest laugh ever. No, so I was working at a weed... I did hair for, like, 8 years.
Yeah.
Then I was working at a weed shop because I don't want to do hair anymore. And then I got fired for no reason via voicemail while I was in New York. So
From
now
the weed shop.
From the weed shop.
Yeah, for chronically being laid.
Don't say that, Pat. That's not true.
He was going to fire you when you were there, but he
funny.
forgot to. No.
Shut up.
Chronic tardiness.
That's not really why I got fired, though, and I've been good lately. But either way, I've been making money on Snapchat for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, so she's.
Why does she always do that special laugh? What the fuck is this, like, evil temptress that does that? What have you been doing on Snapchat to make
She
money?
sends. In my apartment. She sends topless photos to other guys who like, hey, can you dress up in an orange skirt?
And they pay her for that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do I sign up for this thing? This sounds much better than Periscope.
Red bands on it.
Hello.
I took a screenshot last night of them sleeping.
Oh, wow. Jesus Christ.
There's Pat in the back right there.
Oh, my God. Jeremiah, I'll let you get up and physically look. I can tell you need to.
Yeah, you can see Pat. You see, what's really funny is Pat's in the background, like
Jeremiah's
passed
head,
out.
for you podcast listeners, just went full Inspector Gadget across the stage.
There you go. Look at
Yeah,
Pat in
just,
the background.
So, like...
Is this Uber?
spot
I'm
on
going to need a ride
evidence.
home.
Joel Jimenez, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you know it took me a while
Wow.
to tell which was the woman and the man.
You guys are hilarious. I love you guys. You're like the most awesome, like, rock and roll comedy store couple there is right now.
Thank you. Pat's not so thrilled.
All right. Well,
what a great compliment. You're the best couple at the Comedy Store.
anything else for
Besides
Lindsay,
everyone
gentlemen?
else who works here and seasonal depression.
Willie, what do you think about Lindsay? What's going on over here? Any advice to her or her and Pat as a couple?
To love each other?
Mike, how about you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Trump? Donald Trump?
The faster you break up, the better.
Donald Trump just won the election with that one statement. One of you might not overdose if you break up now. It's going to be interesting to figure out which one's which. No, I'm kidding. Thank you. Lindsay, you're awesome.
Thank
you did it again.
Thank you.
There she goes, Lindsay Jennings, ladies and gentlemen. She's on Twitter at Lindsay Jennings. I am Chris Sanders at The Bill Russ at TamFam Comedy. Let's get into a couple regulars, and then maybe we'll go back to the bucket if we have time afterwards. We have 2 regulars, everybody. 2 young ladies that do a brand new 60 seconds every single week. This week's no different. Going up first, you know her, you love her. It's Vanessa Johnson, everybody.
I'm afraid of growing older. The thing I'm most afraid of is having to teach my future children who Little John is. Having to explain to him and go, well, honey, sometimes you have to get low and then someone skeets in you, and that's how accidents happen. In the club, in the bathroom. Or in the comedy club. It's weird that it's illegal to use handicapped parking spaces, but it's not illegal to use handicapped bathroom stalls. Way more illegal activity has happened in a handicapped bathroom stall than has ever happened in a handicapped parking space. You thought meter maids were bad? Imagine the potty police.
Fuck yeah. 57 seconds, Vanessa Johnston. What was the first thing you talked about? You called him Little John at the beginning.
Yeah,
you
you gotta
literally said the words Little John. So everything you said, I feel, at least it sounded that way to me. That's
you
what
said
I heard.
said Little John instead of Lil John?
Yeah, and I think that you lose your street cred immediately.
Maybe
I thought she was talking Robin Hood personally.
I thought it was brave that you saw Bill Russ bomb with the exact same joke and decided to do it 45 minutes later.
Gotta stop doing Bill Russ's act.
Did you watch the rest of the show?
No.
Oh, well.
I was watching the debate.
Hey, you want to fuck Lindsay,
what?
right?
Jesus, Pat,
There
you're
was-
throwing
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
under
Oh my
buses
God.
today.
There was
That's
a
interesting.
guy
Is that true?
that came up here and did basically a similar version of the first joke you did.
About Little John?
But about like using slang and all that.
Yeah,
and
and it
Oh.
how
didn't really
weird
work
it
out
is
the
and-
best.
Yeah.
I think what it was more rooted is like looking at millennial culture and then having to explain to your children
What good
millennial
music is,
culture.
yeah.
Because I was thinking like, what is millennial culture? And that was the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah, I once saw. I was
Like
once.
Get Low, that song. Yeah. I don't know.
I was once at a party, and Lil Jon was at the party, and everybody was like, "Holy shit, Lil Jon's here!" And then he performed in the party. The place we were at was this huge country music star's super mansion in Nashville. A guy named John Rich, and
Big and Rich, we're all aware.
Yeah. And one side of this like house of blues that he has on the 3rd floor of this crazy mansion is just one big showroom, but one side of it is all windows in which you could see all of Nashville, all of downtown's down there. Then the other side's walls. And he performed that fucking Windows to the Walls song, and the place went nuts. It's one of those, not really that funny, but it's just one of those stories where like we were literally everybody. You could tell everybody was like into the song, but everybody's also like, "Can you fucking believe there's windows and walls? What the fuck is happening, man? It's all windows and all walls." While listening to the music, it was mind blowing. One of those like total eclipses. Anyway, so like I mean I don't know what the handicap stall thing. That's there's sort of something there for sure.
Yeah.
Willie, thoughts? Vanessa Johnson.
No, I get what you were trying to do with the first joke. Like the music you listen to, you had to explain it to your kids. This is how I met whoever or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like Lil Jon is so played though. Like that's like you hear that so much. Like there's like another rapper there somewhere, like Mystical or something.
That's better.
And I. And
yeah, you know what I mean?
It was just okay. No.
You listen to.
Look at you.
You listen to a lot of hip hop.
Why
are you?
You said that's so white.
Why are you laughing like that? Why is that so funny?
Because you said it's so white. It was funny.
Do you listen to a lot of the hip hop?
I mean, yeah. I guess that was kind of like a cornerstone growing up.
Are we all gonna pretend that I didn't say the comment that I said?
I feel like you're trying to facilitate something, and my boyfriend's black, so if there's gonna be a threesome, it's probably gonna be
No,
that
she.
one.
The way I heard it.
Oh, the wave! Holy shit! Oh, shit! One of my favorite things in all of comedy, the wave from the hit show Roast Battle on Comedy Central just made a guest appearance. Oh, shit. This party's out of control. Vanessa Johnston just blew the top off of the show. Holy shit. This long brewing rivalry between you and Pat Reagan, and you just took him to the fucking house. In one swoop. That was so like fucking Game of Thrones. What's that? Queen Cersei. You just fucking burnt down the entire kingdom.
Can I just say, this is the sexiest Ivanka has ever looked.
Who?
She just took Pat from the window to the wall.
Wow, that was awesome. And with that, she probably gets to be done. Right.
Yeah.
Anything else, Pat? Vanessa Johnson, there she goes. Fun episode tonight, huh? I love this girl. You do too. You know where you love her. Here she is, Allie Makovsky.
Thank you. I used to work at a movie theater. It was like super pretentious. Before a movie would start, one of the employees would have to go in front of the audience, say the name of the movie, who's in it, how long the movie is, like this whole spiel about the movie. One time when I first started working there, they were like, "Hey, Allie, do you want to greet a movie?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." They're like, "Okay, you're going to be in the Dome. It seats 800 people. It's a sold-out show. You have to use a microphone." I was like, "Got it." So I get up there, and I'm like, "Hey, how's everyone doing?" Dead silence. And so then I'm like, "Woo!" And then it was even quieter. So I was just like, "Get ready for Schindler's List." And then the crowd went wild. And then my manager from work died, and I wasn't really that close with him, but I went to the funeral just to show face. And everyone's walking into the funeral, and all of a sudden I'm just like, "Hey, thanks for coming to Greg's funeral. It has a runtime of about an hour and 40 minutes. It stars Greg." Spoiler alert, he was dead the whole time.
Allie Makovsky. She's on a killing spree, ladies and
just
gentlemen.
killing it.
She's on a hot streak. We
Yeah.
know that you did work at a movie theater, so all that shit's real enough.
It's very real.
Have you seen Allie Makovsky before, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It was good.
Thank
It was really
you.
funny. Yeah.
I bet she's even better too, a longer time, because you can like sit on those jokes a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
I can see you doing that act out without actually explaining it. Then I have to. You just actually just jump into it. You know, you do it like, "Are you guys ready?" You know,
Yeah.
it's very funny. I
Thank you.
laughed a lot.
I will say that was it. Did they show old films?
No.
So Schindler's List, you are what, 21? That came
Yeah.
out in 1993.
Yeah, sure.
Now imagine if a whole room of Mike Lawrence's, i.e., autistic people, were watching that.
I know.
They
someone
would
has
heckle the
mentioned it
fuck out of
before.
you.
Someone has mentioned it before.
So you should look at movies now. Find the newest depressing one. They're always making them.
Yeah, what would it be right
But
now?
didn't they re-released it in 3D recently, didn't they?
Boy, and not. Stop it.
Red Band
I
for the
think,
win.
you know, if you said like 12 Years a Slave, which you were great as an extra in.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
He was one of the years.
Whoa.
No,
I did kill it in that
Hey,
movie.
Mike Lawrence,
I did.
you're great in Cloverfield Lane as one of John Goodman's moles.
Whoa, Jeremiah's showing a little roast battle muscle
You
there.
don't mess with Willie Hunter.
Taking, wow.
I can't say anything about you guys that Twitter already hasn't.
Allie, great stuff. Another new minute from the great Allie Makovsky. There she
Great
goes.
job, Allie.
She's on Twitter. Allie Makovsky. That's her. You know it. Digging deep in the bucket for one more. You guys want to do one more or what? Gonna get through it nice and quick. And it's going to be This looks definitely like a new name. I'm excited about this. Ivan Ishkov. Oh, please be here. Please tell me you're here. Ivan Ishkov.
Was that the villain in Rocky IV?
Oh, please tell me you're here. Oh, that is such a cool name. Ivan Ishkov. Wow. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, I know by the name now who's going to be fucking insane and not. All right, let's try Han Kim. Han Kim. Yeah. Han Kim.
Hey guys, it's good to be here. I don't like carpool lanes. I feel like carpool lanes is like society saying, hey, you know how you're lonely? Yeah, do it for longer now. Yeah. Take the long way home. Think about it. Watch people with friends whizzing by you. WTF society. This girl was like, my vagina is a 3D printer. I was like, that's not even accurate. Okay, your womb is a 3D printer. Your vagina is the tray. Schematically. It's not even a very good 3D printer. It only prints one thing with lots of errors. Takes 9 months to print, and the whole time it's printing, it's complaining. WTF, women. All right, that's my time. Thank you.
I'm going to tell you this immediately, is that, you know.
Thank God he was good because we ran through every Asian stereotype an hour ago. That was good, man.
That was amazing. How long have you been doing stand-up?
4 years.
Where are you from?
Seattle.
How long you been here?
2
Just
days.
visiting.
Yeah.
And then you got to go back.
Yeah.
You're hilarious.
Thank you.
The 3D printer joke's amazing. And what I love about it, and this is going to sound a little bit racist, but you're really like, I love hearing an Asian talk, you know, sort of like, I mean, you guys are good in both, obviously, medical fields and technology. And to hear you,
it only
like,
became racist when you said obviously.
Gran Torino.
I thought it was.
Gran Torino 2.
He did say
not
it's gonna be
racist at all.
but
It was a compliment.
And when you people.
Is there any chance we can convince you to move your lips and you want to say hello for a second, Tam Fam?
No, not when they're good.
Oh, Jesus, Mike.
You know,
yikes.
I'm not an Uncle Chang.
Oh, I love that. Sure. So, Hang Kim, tell us something else interesting about you before you go.
My name's Hans Kim. That's interesting.
Very good. Well, your Hans writing is pretty fucking terrible. How about that? Piece of shit.
Are you? You're from Seattle, and
Yeah.
you're here for a little bit. Are you thinking about moving down here?
Yeah, definitely. Join you crazy people.
You're hilarious. I really hope you do. Thanks for coming on the show. We
You're
got to
great,
apply
man.
by. There he goes. Hans Kim. Follow him on Twitter at Hans Kim 5. His S's look like G's. The drawing from Ryan J. Ebelt, that happened while you were sitting here tonight. We love him. All his prints, holy fucking shit. That's an incredible one. Get the Kill Tony poster, get tonight's print, whatever you want. Reagan and Watkins, Josh Martin comic with me October 8th at the Wilbur Theater. Jeremiah Watkins.
Hit me up online at Jeremiah's Stand Up.
Watch the Eric Andre show every Friday night on Adult Swim.
Joel Jimenez is mostly sorry. We absolutely love him. Killed it tonight. Willie Hunter.
I'm happy to announce that the Carmichael Show will start back up next Monday. So look for season 3
You heard
soon.
it right from the co-creator's mouth. It's coming back next Sunday. Make sure you watch on NBC. The great Mike Lawrence.
Thanks, man. You can see me on MikeLawrenceComedy.com. All my dates. I'm on tour. So check that out, please. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Come see us. We're in Houston at the Come and Take It Festival in November.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be fun. Doing a Kill Tony there. And what else?
Brea, California this weekend. Ontario next month.
Australia. I'm with you at the end of October. Thank you so much, live audience. Have a great night. Thank you. Good night.
suck.